Last time, on Cobras in session.
Today we have two special guests, Mr. Wichern and Melanie Martinez.
We have a new slam store. You guys seen the new designs? Same.
You got so much.
So, how long does it usually take you to record these?
Have you heard of Cooking with Conti?
Yes.
Have you guys attended one of his stuff?
No. Nadira, what kind of cereal do you eat?
Nadira, I feel like you would eat Raisin Bran. Do you guys know Daft Punk?
Yeah.
Is that the weird people with the helmets on with the lights?
Yes, exactly.
I don't know that.
Nadira?
Yeah, I've heard about them and that they create music and they created albums.
Said I don't know what that is.
Who's Pharrelly?
The guy that sings the song, Happy, right?
So Angel, talk about your song.
I wasn't.
The name of the song is Why Am I Wasting Time on You?
It's on Spotify and YouTube.
So we have a Q&A now with Mr. Wichern.
Have you used a Wii?
Yes. I had a Wii since the day it came out.
Oh.
Mr. Wichern, what is your opinion on the order of cereal?
Now, back to the episode.
Definitely cereal first. Anybody who does it differently is insane.
Cough, cough.
Psychotic.
Nadira.
Yes.
So here's the logic and why every single one of you are not smart cookies. If
This is
you
math.
put your cereal first
Not bad.
and then the milk, what happens when you don't have enough cereal? Then you have to add more cereal. So
What if you don't have enough milk?
In the second process, your milk is still the first thing, and then you add the cereal.
First of all, I don't think I've ever in my entire life have never poured enough cereal into a bowl.
You're the exception.
I've always
Nadira.
had
Now,
just the right amount.
Nadira, would you rather drink most of a cereal or actually eat the cereal too?
you want me to drink the cereal?
Well, if you put too much milk, it's almost gonna be like
Yeah.
you're drinking
Cereal.
it.
If you think about it, if you have one of those cereal bowls that have a straw connected to it, then that's different.
No.
Are you
no.
for?
No, listen, I put cereal first, okay? Don't put me in that category, okay?
Okay, but either way, the milk is still the first, even for you.
Listen.
Cereal,
Listen,
The milk is
it's
last.
still the first.
cereal goes first, then milk. The only time it's okay to put cereal second is when you're repouring cereal. And that's case closed.
Either way.
Nadira, let me ask you a question.
Yes, please.
So if you think you're right,
Yeah.
then why is it that the cereal that we serve at school and the cereal that they have for travel is already
Because
in the
none
bowl?
of you know. None of you know the correct
Interesting.
way. If you put the cereal first and then you add the milk, and while you're eating it, the cereal will get soggy and you'll get soggy cereal. If you put the milk first, then the top part of the cereal is still crunchy.
Tell me this. When you pour the milk first and then you're pouring the cereal will end up spilling out. That's why you put the cereal first and then pour the milk on top.
How much cereal are you putting in your bowl that it's
If you put the
happening?
milk
And if you
Fill it to the brim.
All right. Think about this.
Hey,
I
Nadira,
forgot what I was
it's okay
gonna
to be
say.
wrong sometimes.
Say it again, Mr. Witcher.
It's okay
I
to
said
be
it's okay to be wrong sometimes.
It's okay for you all to be wrong all the
All
time.
right. Think about this.
Everybody else in the world is wrong.
Let's make a poll. Let's make a poll.
Exactly. Thank you for understanding.
Can we set a poll through Reminds and just everyone say cereal first or milk first?
I
So
think
I'm
that
seriously-
it's personal preference and that you can do whatever you want. It's only cereal.
Nadira's
Yeah,
wrong.
Angel.
Now, unless it's grape nuts. If it's like grape nuts, then
What?
What is that?
If you pour the cereal first and you don't have enough milk, you can still eat the cereal with you can just eat it
You're gonna
without the milk.
eat soggy cereal.
But then
if
you
you don't
pour the
want
milk
soggy
first and
cereal,
don't have
add
enough
more cereal.
just balance out the ratio of milk and cereal.
All right. What about the order of a peanut butter jelly sandwich? Peanut butter first or the jelly first?
what I
Jelly.
do, which most people don't do, when it comes to peanut butter jelly sandwich, I put peanut butter on both pieces of bread. And the reason why I do that is so the jelly doesn't get the bread soggy. Because the oil in the peanut butter serves as a barrier. So it goes peanut butter, then jelly.
Exactly.
The only
same
time I
with
do
the
that is when I
cereal.
don't have enough jelly.
Okay,
I always put
listen.
way too much jelly on it. When I bite into the sandwich, the jelly goes flying.
Yeah.
All right, what about
I
a
never
grape
ate
or
it.
strawberry jelly?
I prefer strawberry, absolutely.
I prefer grape.
Well, do you like jam without the seeds or with the seeds?
I have no preference. I'll take either one.
But if you had to choose,
I would go no seeds.
all right.
How do you cut the sandwich? Like triangles, rectangles, or do you not cut it at all?
Squares.
Depends on the mood I'm in.
Squares.
Yeah, bro. Cut it in half and then half again.
Sometimes what I'll even do is I'll make 2 sandwiches and cut one horizontal and one vertical.
You're insane.
I mean,
I can only make triangles. If it's not a triangle, I won't eat it.
Question.
diagonal and one.
With the
vertical.
crust or without the crust?
I eat the crust.
With the crust.
I
If you don't eat the crust, you're like 2 years old.
Then I guess I'm 2 years old.
Proud 2 year old.
Crust is.
I'd rather be 2 years old than
Do you use toasted bread or non-toasted bread?
Well, that again depends on the day. Sometimes when it comes to peanut butter, sometimes I'll toast the bread, and this way the peanut butter melts a little bit, you know.
Yo, that sounds good.
The best breakfast, like eggs, pancakes, some bacon. You have a drink on the side, like a hot drink for the morning with some syrup all over it, like the pancakes or like whatever you want the syrup on. 10 out
Eggs
of
with
10
ketchup.
breakfast. Angel, stop talking.
How is it like to drive to school, Melanie?
It's all right. I don't like the light. The light makes me mad. The light right at the entrance, because like the people are always trying to make me hurry up and like go into the school, but I can't. And then I get really annoyed when parents are like in my parking spot and they're like walking their kids to the front. I don't know. I kind of get annoyed.
I don't remember seeing a sign outside that said Melanie's spot.
What? That's crazy. But aren't parents not allowed to like park there and drop their kids off?
They shouldn't, but they're also not supposed to drive backwards, but they do that too.
Angel, do you have a license?
It's at the DMV. Have to go pick it up.
Okay, got it. Do you have a car already or no?
Getting one soon, like
Oh.
2-3 months.
What's the car you getting?
They want to get me a Jeep, so
That's a lot of gas mileage, depending on the Jeep you get.
well, that's what they want. I'm not complaining.
I wouldn't. I got my first car when I was 24. I had to drive my mom's Ford Escort.
I'm driving my mom's first car.
Is that a bad thing? I don't know anything about cars.
The car that I drove was an ugly little cheap car that was not cool to drive. Let me tell you.
Was it a go-kart?
No, it was just a little car.
If it can drive, I'm fine with it.
I asked my parents to buy me a car, and they laughed at me.
Miss Taurus was a white 2002 Nissan Sentra X. I have no idea what that means.
My first car was a 1995 black Chevy Cavalier.
Oh, what?
A Chevy Cavalier.
What's that?
It was a little tiny car.
Everything is a little tiny car. I don't.
My second car was a 30th anniversary Chevrolet Z28. So that was a very fast car.
My first car was a little Tykes Cozy Coupe.
My
It was
first
yellow.
car was the ones that you could drive like as a kid. Like you had to charge the
yeah.
battery. No, it wasn't like a hard. Like you like got in the car. It was like a small car, and you
Oh,
could
I know
drive
those,
around.
dude. Those are so much fun. I'd buy one now. if I had the money.
Ethan, I don't think you'd fit in a car
I would
meant for
still
like
buy it.
2-year-olds.
I would still buy it.
Do you have a dream car?
Who are you asking?
Any of you?
My dream car is an Aston Martin DB9.
A scooter.
Am I the only one that's just completely confused at what anything
No.
is saying right now?
I also have a motorcycle
What?
What?
Why did you pull up to school in it?
because I don't feel like driving it here.
Lame.
Maybe someday.
Last day of school.
On the day of my graduation.
Let's go, yo.
Do you guys think a cheeseburger is a sandwich?
Yes.
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 I don't like
Between two
cheese.
breads. How do you not like cheese? It's on everything.
There's this argument going on in my friend group. Would you rather pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Pancakes.
Waffles.
What?
What about crepes?
I hate
Crepes are really good.
Yeah.
I only had crepes once, but I want them again. They're really
Whipped cream and chocolate. That's the only sweet thing you'll ever see me eat.
It's like a French burrito.
how do you guys like waffles more?
How do you not like waffles?
Because pancakes are just so much better.
I find pancakes to be too doughy, or waffles are a little bit more crisp. Yes, pockets of syrup, exactly.
I have no words.
Waffles are better because they're like thicker. I don't know. They have more pancake taste.
You could do pancake or with pancakes.
No,
You could
but like
stack,
you have to
could stack
stack
the pancakes
pancakes in order to
order
get
the
the same
syrup.
amount that you're getting on waffles. Well, you could just eat a waffle.
No, because you could like put them in a circle and
Snoop
then
Dogg time.
yeah.
So, Mr. Wichern, how do you memorize every single student's names?
I don't.
Oh.
Well, number one, actually, there are people who are much better than me at it, but it actually takes me quite a while to memorize everybody's name. For the most part, number one, I do have a very good memory, but the people who I memorize first are the people who stand out to me in either a good or a bad way. So if you are a good student, then obviously I'm going to remember you. If you are a bad student, then I'm going to remember. It's just all those people in the middle who it takes me forever. And then sometimes I get people confused who, don't even look alike, and somehow I think that they do, and then I get them confused for some reason.
I can't remember anything.
It honestly takes me a while to actually memorize them, but once I do, then then it's stuck in my head basically forever.
Where do we stand?
Who are you? No, I'm just kidding. So obviously, like Melanie, I've had Melanie for like 3 years. I could tell you stories about Ethan. Let's just say he was very memorable. Do you want me to tell a story about Ethan? I'll tell you a story about
Yes,
him.
please.
Yes.
Ethan happened to be in my civics class that I called the girls class because it was like all girls and 2 boys. And Ethan came in, I would come in about halfway through the year, and
Yeah.
he would sit right in the front corner. And every time he would come in, every day, all the girls would be like, "Good morning, Ethan." And he would just like kind of look at them, and he'd sit there quiet the whole time. He'd never opened his mouth, never said a word.
Sounds like me.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this kid's going to fail. Like, he's not paying attention. He's not, And then we go and do the EOC, and, and he pulls off a great grade. I was shocked, like literally shocked.
I got a 5.
I'm like, how can this kid who doesn't pay attention, doesn't say a word, doesn't seem to be getting anything, gets a 5? And then his mother came up to me the next year and was like, thank you so much for getting him to pass. I'm like, that's on him. That's not on me. So and then I was even more surprised to find out he's doing a podcast. I'm like, you tell me this kid who doesn't speak ever is doing a podcast? And then when I listened to it, and I was like, wow, this kid's actually funny.
I'm funny.
Is there any story about me?
Yeah, how about the argument on how to pronounce your name? That went on for. And then I asked Yahio how to pronounce his name, and he wouldn't tell me. He's like, I don't care. So everybody's like, no, it's Yaya. I'm like, well, is it Yaya? Is it Yahia? Yahaya?
Yahihi?
Yeah.
Wow.
His rap name.
Yeah.
Am I memorable?
No, Angel, you're not.
Honestly, I really don't know you that well since you're not in school. I didn't have you any year before this year. The only way I knew you previously was because you hung out with Vernia and Janice and Stephanie at lunch. So I don't really know you that well.
Mr. Wichern, you have a story about me from 8th grade?
Not a good one.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind.
You have a story about me?
Who?
Me? You said who?
I've never had you as a student, so all I ever hear is very good things about you, and hopefully when you get to a grade that I teach, that you'll still be around.
Oh, I'm going to go hide now.
Of course, at your rate, you might be in my 11th grade class next year.
What grade are you in, Nadira?
I'm in 9th. Everybody thinks I'm in 10th. I'm not in 10th. I'm in 9th.
No, my point was that you're going to skip 10th and go to 11th.
Okay. Next question for Melanie. What do you think is the best setup for school?
The best setup? It honestly depends on your classes because what you mostly need every day is your computer, your charger, obviously a backpack to put your stuff in, some paper, pen and pencil, and that's about it.
Your own personal hotspot.
My fault, yeah. That too. But other than that, I don't think you really need anything. Everything else is just like up to you. For example, like your charger, you can bring your phone if you have one. You can bring headphones, snacks. I recommend a bottled water because the water fountains aren't allowed to be used.
So we're going to play this game, 2 truths and a lie. You all know how it goes.
I don't.
So basically 2 truths and a lie is 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, wait. Yeah, actually, I played 2 truths and a lie. Never mind.
Mr. Wichern, you want to start?
Sure. All right, let's see. Number one, I crashed my car at 120 miles an hour and sustained not even a scratch. Number two, I've dated 2 Revlon models. And 3, I was thrown out of Yankee Stadium for fighting with a Red Sox fan.
I think it's 2.
Why? Why would you think 2 is a lie?
I think it's 3.
Oh, I keep messing up, but I keep thinking that.
I think it's
Anyways,
1.
I think it's 1.
1.
I
Yeah,
think it's
I
2.
believe the other 2.
yeah. I mean, yeah, he.
They all sound true though.
Which is the lie?
Miss Torres said number 3 is a lie.
Miss Torres is correct.
What? How?
I should just date
Wait.
number 3.
How do
The
you
sun
not
just turned off.
crash your car without a scratch?
Not a very good story to tell.
Okay, who goes next? All right, Yahya, you go.
Okay. I need a moment to think. Oh, so Angel goes?
No, you
What?
go.
Okay. The first one, I dropped my phone from a 3rd floor. Second one, I almost broke my head from falling off a chair. Third one, my leg got so red with a bunch of red ants that I fell from my bike with.
Question: how do you fall from your bike and then just?
I
have
was
your
little.
Like full of ants.
Just
How does that happen?
I was little and I was going. Wait, no, I can't say it yet. You know.
Okay, that confirms number 3 is correct because he just went into too much detail and
Damn.
exposed himself.
Okay, pick your choice.
Number 1.
Anyone else gonna say anything else?
Number 1, yeah.
Numeritos.
1.
Miss Harris.
Damn. Okay, that's number 1.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
Miss Harris is wrong. Okay, I'll go. All right, I'll go this round. Okay, so the first one is I dropped a cat from a 2-story building and it survived. I knocked out a lamp and it started a fire. And I solved a Rubik's Cube by dropping it. No, I gave my brother solved the Rubik's Cube. Okay, there we go. Not me. My brother did.
It's number 1.
It's 3 because she changed the story 30 times.
Yes.
It's either 3 or 1, not 2.
Okay,
It's 3.
She said she threw a cat off a 2-story window. Then she or her brother solved the Rubik's Cube.
that was my
And
brother.
the second one was she started the fire with a lamp.
Right.
Wait, what'd you guys choose then?
It's definitely not 2.
I guess it's 3.
2 is the lie.
Yeah, it's 3.
No,
You
2 is
dropped
the
a cat out of a 2nd-story window.
lie. I did
Psych.
because I was like 11 and I thought that cats can always land on their feet, so I dropped it from a 2-story building and it landed on its feet and it worked.
This just proves that you're insane.
Ethan, you go.
Oh, wow. All right. I was stung by a bee. I was bitten by an ant. And I was bitten by a non-lethal spider.
Why are you getting bitten so much?
Let's don't like it.
The B is false.
I agree.
I think the spider is false.
Everyone's saying 1. Nadira's the only one that got it right.
Number 2.
Hey, I got it right. Ha! See, I'm not insane or I'm not that dumb. See, there we go. Milk first, gang wins.
You threw a cat out a window.
Nadir, I hope you know that if you ever are in my class, the first thing I'm going to mention to the entire class is that you do cereal wrong.
Please do. I'm gonna find the intellectuals among your students.
Oh, no one. Oh.
Okay. Angel,
Okay.
I think you go.
So the first one is I failed a class in middle school and I never got on a roll in my 3 years of middle school. My second one, I was on the radio, like my song. And then the third one is I was in a commercial when I was little.
Number 1.
For 1.
1.
Number 1.
The lie was number 3.
What?
What?
Huh?
Wow, Angel exposed.
I only got on a roll when I started high school for some reason.
Oh. Taurus's face. All right, I guess we'll wrap this up.
Wait. Okay, ready? I've owned 14 hamsters all at once. I'm the oldest sibling. I'm the youngest sibling.
Number 2.
I hope
Yeah.
it's 1.
Can't be the oldest and youngest.
Wouldn't that be like an only child?
But technically, I'm telling the truth and I'm telling a lie.
You're right. She could be an only child.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I'm gonna go with 1 then, because that's
the lie was I am the oldest.
You had 18 hamsters.
14 to be exact. And yes, it was for a project for my ACE environmental class in freshman year.
Do you have one of those little tube towns?
No, I had just like storage bins and I like made it into like their cage. I had 6 hamsters, but they decided to breed. And I ended up having like, yeah, Cubans don't like rodents. My mom was like, get that out of here. I have pictures of them, yeah.
Why?
Because I had to take pictures for my project.
Oh. And where are the hamsters today?
Well, my mom, she was like, I want you to get rid of them. So I ended up selling them off of Craigslist. I got $5 per hamster, so I was balling.
They didn't tell you what they were doing with them, right?
Well, they were babies, so I don't think they would feed it. Anyways.
So did one person buy multiple, or or you sold 14 to 14 different people?
Well, my friend, she took 2. RIP Dakota and Jordan. They died through diseases.
Cold starvation.
No, diseases.
Eaten by a snake.
We took it to a vet, like the hamster, because
Who takes a hamster to a vet?
Listen.
That's like taking a paper plate and washing it.
The hamster its fur started falling off, and it was like seizing in the cage and stuff. Something was wrong with it.
So you had defective hamsters. Maybe it was your science experiment that caused the problem.
Listen, I didn't do anything to the hamsters. I think they interbred. That's the problem.
Do you live under power lines or something?
Before we all
okay.
get canceled on the internet, I think this is the end of the episode. Thank you
guys for having
to
me.
our guests, Mr. Wichern and Mackenzie, apparently.
Bro.
Thank you. Anytime you want
Thank
me
you.
on.
Hopefully you guys like this, and let us know in the comments below if you want any other people like Miss Harris.
Everybody's just naming pets dying in the chat. What
I
has
almost
happened
killed
to
a
the
hamster
chat?
on accident. You guys want to hear the story about Lassie throwing the hamster in the air?
Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh no.
Uh,
This was fun.